This video is going to show you how I took a worksheet and I'm converting it into Otus so that it's electronic. You can use it year to year and the kids can do it online, always have a copy of it, not worry about losing their copy. And depending on what kind of question that you put in to here, it'll grade it for you also. So here we go. So this worksheet that I'm doing, I'll just show you. Let me put it in front of my face. This is page 1. This is an excerpt of Ronald Reagan's inaugural address. And then on the back, page 2, is the rest of it, and then 5 questions about it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go into create assessment, and it's going to be an advanced assessment, so choose that. Remember, on this you have to put in something for all 4 of these. So assessment name, this is called the Reagan Revolution worksheet. I can spell, but I can't type. I'm going to name this one number 2 because I have already created this to practice and I don't want to confuse myself later. So number 2, and assessment type. You can choose anything here. It really doesn't matter. I think the kids can see it. So if you want it to count as a test for a little more weight, you can do that. This is obviously a worksheet, but just remember, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. But the kids can see what you assign it as. Grading scale, I'm going to just choose points and then create. Okay, and you're going to give this just a second to load. This is your little assessment builder, and you're going to scroll down a little bit to this item bank, and you're going to click create for a new item. And what I'm going to do on this one is actually I'm just creating one item for this entire worksheet, and I'm going to just layer different components into the item. Okay, so I'm going to give this title, I'm going to just name it again, the Reagan Revolution. Okay, and then I'm going to add something in there. So the first thing I'm going to add is a little place for the instructions, because there is a little typed excerpt at the top that the kids would want to see. So I'm going to use this feature right here. So notice first that this has questions where you see all the different types of questions, but this is a great little option here in Otus, and I overlook it a lot. So you're going to click on features, and we're just going to enter in a passage. So it's highlightable text that you can use across multiple items. So we're just going to enter in a passage, and the heading, I'm going to name it directions. And then just to save time, since I already did this once, I'm going to pause for a second and go get that text, and I'm just going to paste it in. Okay, and I'm back with this, and I'm going to paste. So I actually hand typed the first time these instructions in from the worksheet, and then this little section in italics, it just kind of explains a little bit more about the presidency. Okay, so really that's all I'm putting in there for the directions. So I'm just going to hit the save button, and then I'm going to click back into it and click edit, which is a weird little quirk about it, because what you need next, remember this is one item and I'm adding several layers to it. So that's layer 1, is just the directions. The next layer is this little plus sign right here, and I'm going to click it, and I'm going to add another feature, and this time I'm going to put the inaugural address in there. Okay, kind of the excerpt from it. It's not the entire thing. So I'm going to click on features, and I'm going to choose passage again, highlightable text passage. And here I'm just going to put, I think it's, Ronald Reagan. There, I already have it in there because I did already do this. Okay, inaugural address. All right, and again, I had it in worksheet form. I did Google the inaugural address. I got the long text of it, and I just copied and pasted all the pieces in there. I'm going to pause for a second. Actually, I'll just go back to it here while you're here and get all this text, because I just copied and pasted it once already. Okay, and that should be it. Hopefully, I'm just going to Control C, come back here, and Control V. Okay, and so here's the entire passage that you want the students to see while they're doing it. So we've got that in there, and that's it. That's all we're going to do. We're going to hit save. All right. Now what we're going to do, we've got the directions, we've got the inaugural address, and now all we have left are the 5 questions. Okay, so again, we're going to hit the little plus sign here. And these are just short answer questions that the students would respond to. So I'm going to type in short, and here is short text, which is exactly what we want, short text responses. We're going to hit that plus sign and enter the question here. I'm going to copy and paste again because just to save time here. But I would type them in, or if you have the worksheet in an electronic form, you can just copy and paste there also. So if now with short answer, it won't grade itself. However, you can set, a correct answer. You can do exact match, you can do any text containing, but you're going to have to grade these yourself. You can try to enter some key points in there. More options. If you want to set a character limit, you might want to do that. So you might want to go ahead and up that character limit. You might, just do like 500 just to be on the safe side. It's not going to let me. So maybe 150. So just be careful. If you need longer text, you might try a different text, like do paragraph or something like that instead of short text. So there is that question, and you're just going to hit. If you want more points than 1, you would adjust that there for this question, and click save. All right, so there's that question there. I'm going to do plus. I'm going to do another short answer question, short text. For the question, I'm going to go back to this one that I've already created. And nope, that's not where I'm going. And just paste. And again, you can mess with your settings here if you want to. I'm going to click save. So I've got 2 questions in, and I have plus again. Let's see if they have a paragraph. Long, maybe long. Okay, so maybe if you want longer text, you can do that. So let's just do, I didn't do that before, but just in case you're wanting more than 150 characters. Okay, and here's the word limit. It's like 10,000. All right, so definitely more room there. So I'm going to click save on that one. Okay, so now we have those 3 in there, which does give you a lot more. And see that the word count is there. And I'm going to hit plus again. I'm going to go back to short. And I'm going to go get this question, just copying and pasting. And you can change whatever you want in the settings. I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to get the last one. Just type it in short here. Okay, and then here is the last question. Okay, and then I'm going to click save. And now what I want to do is work on the layout, which is going to change how the kids see it, because I actually don't want them to have to read the directions here and then have to scroll down to read the address and then get down here to the questions, because they're going to have to be referencing the inaugural address several times as they're answering the question. So if you notice this settings option right here, we're going to click on that, and this will let you lay out your page. And I really like for this one, you can choose a percentage, right? So I like this 70-30. So what this is going to do, because the inaugural address is going to take up so much more space than our 5 questions, right? So I want this area to be bigger so the address, will fit there, and then just a small space for the questions. I also really like this vertical divider. It's just kind of a preference for me to put in between there. So there's for sure a separation between, the text and then the questions. And then I'm going to hit apply. And there are more options if you guys want to, explore those. But I'm going to hit apply. And now what I have to do is set it up. So if you see this plus sign here, I can either just click and add a new entry right there, but I want the directions to be here and I want the address to be here. But what I want is to move these questions over to the small side. So I'm just going to click on this button that says move, and I'm going to pull it over here and let go. And it didn't go anywhere. I'm going to click and drag it, make it go myself. Come on, get up there. I know there's a faster way to do this. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, I just used my roller ball. And then I'm going to drop the short text right there. Okay, and then I'm going to go down and get the other one. Use my roller ball. And I want it right here. Another short text. So now I'm putting the questions here on this side. Here's this one over. Use my roller ball. I think I clicked. Okay, two more. And then last question. Okay, so now I have, here's my 70-30 split. I have the directions and then the inaugural address here. And then I have the 5 questions beside it. And then I always like to see a preview because you actually get to see what the kids will see by clicking that. So if you click preview, you can see exactly what the kids are going to see. So they're going to read these directions and it says read the excerpt below and then answer the questions, right? So they have all of this to read. And then they can come over here and answer their questions. They'll just click in here and type, the answer here. And they'll keep on typing and they can go down the next question. They can come over here and you can notice they're both scrolling at the same time. So, you can look and scroll and it's just great. And so then when you're finished, you just click save. And then if you're really finished and you're ready to assign it, you can assign it from here because you just added that worksheet on there and just go and assign it to the class. If you're not quite ready to assign it yet, you can just hit save and exit. And the Reagan Revolution number 2 will be in your drafts until you assign it. And so here's the one I created earlier today that I was copying and pasting from. I did another one called the 1990s. And so there is that one. So I hope it helps. If you have any questions, let me know.